front entryway, which I believe is address 4013 West North Avenue, and standing right at with my back to the double doors at the sidewalk and looking through the double doors with her both held open into the bowling alley at the front entryway. We'll get a picture of this as we go in, and I'll come back and pan on it. But now this is the entryway. We're going in and seeing the alley, and then of course this is the window looking into the bar area, and we just hit a light, that's why that focused up, and there's still one of the old radiators. And we'll come around and get a picture of the other one, the other part of the lobby. This is the spectator area back here, and the bulletin boards, and I've got lights on clamp lamps sitting up above. And there's the office door, which is dark, and then this is where we just came in. There's the shoe stand, the checkout with the speaker, loudspeaker, and the buttons that you can call in and out. And then there's the coat room there, and then there's the entryway where we just were, where we came in, and the doors are boarded up. This is part of the check desk, which has the shoe racks inside of it, laying down, busted, old chair sitting there. And of course this is the area, there's the bar door. I'll try to hide that light so it doesn't, and then here's a stairway going up to the second floor, and also the opening at the bottom here where the deep sink is, and the area down to the main basement where the boiler room, the blowers, paint room, the gas meters, everything are down there. And now here's a ball rack. Now we'll hold this back up against the west wall of the first floor bowling alley, and I'm looking right straight across into, one is a supply area. I'm going back up, there's the balls, and then back up towards the back here where it's pretty hazy. But you can see there's the deep sink room, and then also the door to the bar, the stairs going up the second floor, the main entryway, back over to the bulletin board with the score sheets, and of course the light is pretty bright up there, the clamp lamp that I've got. I'll turn those off. And then coming back down. Pretty cold in here. I don't know if this camera is acting up because it's cold or what. But now here you can see where the ball returns have been taken out. You can see, I don't know what's wrong with this camera, it's acting up. The battery was just charged. So now there's the door that's going into the maintenance shop over there, and it's got a light on in it. And then here's where the pin setting machine should have been. They've been stripped out of it, and here's where some of the pins are sitting loose that haven't been cleaned up yet. So we'll take a picture back of this. I'm going to go turn out these other lights. So we're sitting back in the pin setting area, way at the back, panning up, and we're going to, there is water back here, right back down in here. There's a pile of water with a ball sitting in it and a pin floating right here. You can see the kids have been bowling back here. Now we're going to go into that maintenance room, which has some tools left in it. It has a toilet, a urinal, a sink. They've all been vandalized. So we'll be going at the doorway. This is right next to lane 1. I would presume this is lane 1. And you can tell by the floor that it's got all kinds of stuff all over it. And this half over here is the more or less the tool shop and maintenance area with pegboard and still some supplies still around. And a workbench. Probably used to be a vise in there, I would imagine. And there's a polisher, looks like a pin polisher. But the floor is all messed up. This was all okay. It probably was full of tools and everything that was needed to run the bowling alley. And it's all abandoned. Now this part, there's a sink that's vandalized. A towel, and then behind the partition is the toilet area there, the pegboard, double purpose, and the storage shelves. And over here on the right is a urinal that's been vandalized also. The tank above looks like it's still in good shape. Into the shop from the wall next to the sink that was vandalized. So this will make another good maintenance shop. Picture of the toilet area, it's a little too dark in here, and I don't have the extension cord, but we'll see how this turns out. But that's the stall on the other side of the pegboard, and you can see it's been vandalized, the toilet. The door of the maintenance shop looking back up into the bowlers area, and behind them the spectators in the main entryway. And then coming up to the other door. This door here is the stairway that goes up to the goes outside to an emergency exit, and then also to the second floor through the back, which would be to get up both to the bowling alley and also to the ballroom area. There's an old popcorn machine. There's a couple of buffers, look like they're in pretty good shape in this maintenance closet here underneath the stairwell. They may be usable, and that's what it looks like this is. This is just an area to hold the equipment for the lanes, the buffers and stuff down here. And there's the emergency with a push bar, looks like, and there's a timer there, and I don't know what the heck these timers are. But and the radiator, of course, and then this is stairway going up. I'll try to see. I don't think we're going to be able to see too much here, but going up into the next area, there's some light coming in from the window that's broken up there, going up into the second floor. So this is how you get up into the second floor. And this is the door that goes into the second floor bowling alley. And the stairs continue on up into the ballroom main hall area. And of course there's a little area right here, which is just an opening, and also it has the roof access port, which has a cover on it and which is covered now. And this is the main ballroom, main hall. This is above both the grill and the lower bar area. There's some tiles missing in the roof there. They're laying on the floor. You can tell, and it is accordion. This area there looks like a catering area. It has set up for gas and 220 electric, whatever, for an upper party area catering. This was probably a main banquet room, meetings, banquets, and I think it would be ideal for dances. other meetings. If we still had bingo, this would be an ideal bingo type, although you couldn't fit enough people in now to make enough money these days. And there's some stuff all over. The floor is in bad shape. Ceiling can be repaired apparently. And those the windows there look out over the North Avenue. Down on the first floor, and this is the lane number 1, the rear, where it's buckled up the sidewalk right down the side of the lane because of the weather, no heat in the building. And then you can see the top exposed. The ceiling in this part is just all fallen down, primarily because of the weather. Then you can see where the ball returns have been ripped out at each lane. And then we're going to go up into the office up there, and that door. Which is the street. It has a door that opens onto the street that's blocked up. The office area of the street, this would make a good cop shop if we could do it in this building. There's an old desk that's still usable condition. The ceiling looks in pretty good shape. There's the front windows, which are blocked off, and there's someone's put some old towels that was in here before they closed the building, or after they closed it, someone living in here. There's an old safe, too heavy to move out. Signboards, and then all of the trash. I found a set of plans from 1927, which I'm taking with me before they are further destroyed. The blueprints, they're a blueprint type. And there's an old door. I don't know where that door is from. Oh, it's for the entry door, probably for this room. But you can see there's a lot of stuff in here, and there's probably some old paperwork and maybe even some financial reports and stuff that may be usable. So I need to be hand-picked through this room in order to find what's salvageable and is useful for our information for the future for operating a bowling alley. There's an old signboards. Those are probably being used 6 years ago, last time it was open. It's plastic, it's not in very good shape. There's radiators underneath, which of course I think I'm going to take out. The main entryway, and then you come in, and then there's a separate door here to go into the main floor bar area, which is just next to the stairs going up to the second floor. Here's one of the doors. It had a separate door of its own. It has another door in the middle. Another door there that was boarded up while it was being used, apparently. Sealed it up, and I just used one door in here. The last person operating the bar. And again, you can see there's trash all over the floor. It's pretty much, and this has been, everything of value has been stripped or vandalized. Stuff's torn up, although once it's cleaned out, it's still in pretty good shape. Although it's probably more useful to take it and sell it to a collector, someone who wants a good old bar. It's a long L-shaped bar, long room, had pool tables, and then the door that we're looking at right now is the door into the old grill area. And so this conceivably, with the bar out of here, could be a dining area or another meeting hall or a recreation area with pool tables and ping pong tables and whatever. Probably be the better, the short-term usage anyway. For the first floor, so that the kids on the outside can see what's happening on the inside through the windows or through the smaller windows. This back here, there's a stand up there for a TV, and then there's a men's and women's room right back here, and then there's a stairway to the basement for the basement area underneath here, which has a walk-in cooler for the beer, and then a dry storage area for the empties, and its own electric and whatever. And then that's an ice machine in the corner back there. And I don't know how to turn off that fluorescent light. That fluorescent light just stays on by itself unless you go turn off the main switches down below. And now here's looking back in from the doorway from the grill, which I'm just backing into right now. And oops, watch that step. It's a step up to get into it. And so I'll back in here. Try not to break my neck. So that's looking into the glass, into the main entryway of the bowling alley, right through the glass over to the shoe and then the desk, check desk area. And on the other side of that is the office that opens onto the street with its own door also. Grill area, now that it's lit up, the time difference in each of these takings is the time it takes me to set up these incandescent lights. In this case, I had to put extension cords in here because there is no power in this section. There's a lock, which I'm not sure if it's the electric company's lock or if it's the equipment stripper's lock on the main power box in the basement. So there is no power. There's an indication of the ceiling in this area where the fan probably still works. Looking right inside the door, standing in the back in the toilet, which is a communal toilet. There's only one in this area, which I guess is per code. Although there are men's and women's right through this door into the bar area. There's two. Now there's a back. Now this is the grill. This has all been vandalized. This was a functioning grill when the city took it over a little over 2 years ago, and it's all been stripped out. Even the counter stools have been taken out. And this part of the counter here has been taken off, moved around. Now I guess it's because of the cold or the dampness in here that this camera is acting up like that, fuzzing up, getting hazy every now and then. So I'm back into this area. Part of this counter, most of the counter looks pretty good, just needs some stools, probably could be do with chairs. This looks like probably another ice machine maybe, but it's not functional. And of course everything's been vandalized. There used to be a sink here, that was vandalized. And the tank for the toilet was vandalized. And haven't gotten yet to the toilet itself. But there's an exhaust fan. And a light, and I'm sure they both work on the same switch, so those probably function. This would be pretty easy to do. Get working. Now we're looking back from the toilet. Back up to the main area. And there's the main door, which is the door we've got a padlock on as our entry door, and then there's windows that are blocked up in the front there. And you can see the counter that's turned around. The edge of the counter here. And then back here is the hood. There's only one part of the exhaust hood, the rest of it's just a cover. Just a facade, and then this part, but all the deep fry oven, the grill, whatever else was back here, whatever other ovens are all taken out. Deep sinks, stainless steel. Parts of them are still here. There's one part right there. It's still here, but the rest of it's gone. The rear, the grill area where the sinks and probably dishwasher or whatever else used to be. And there's a hood here, so I imagine there must have been something up there. exhaust fan. It says caution exhaust fan. Must be turned on before lighting cooking appliances. Okay, so there's a fryer, maybe a deep fryer back in there. So this looks more like a cleanup area. Looks like sink. There's a drain and a sink in here. And shelving. I'm underneath the hood now. There's the calendar that's on the wall that indicates December 1990, which may have been the last time this thing was open. I don't remember it being that recent. But it's pretty dark back out in there, right out into the front area. See, this is where behind the counter and going back into the front door and then the door into the bar area. In the basement, underneath the grill, which has been lit up with the extension cords and the incandescent bulbs. But what's interesting down here is that this is set up as an apartment, not as a deluxe apartment with the furnishings, but it's got gas stove connected to the water heater, a refrigerator, a shower, and a little alcove area. It's got even some cabinets above over here where the refrigerator in the middle of the basement space for cabinetry. That's the shower. The shower curtain is sort of bent. The shower head is bent down there like a bidet. But there's shelving, storage area down here for food and whatever for the grill. And then here's the stove. We'll get a better picture of this as I get on the other side. And then also it has this metal grill work up above from which some spare parts are hanging. And then of course here's all the electric with the padlock. That, who knows who that belongs to. And it looks like some of this stuff is being stripped out. Some of the fuses, whatever, someone's been messing around with it, trying to get something working. But that's about the best lighting I can get down here. So this is the area here. There's a wall there. On the other side of that wall is a bed frame. Let's see if I can get that. But there's the electric, and of course there's quite a few boxes because of the high electric usage associated with the grill area. Each one has its own shut-off and main control. And here's the stove. So this could be a place for like the dishwasher or a maintenance person, janitor, living area. I'll walk back into this area, see if I can see anything. Like this lighting is not very bright. And the extension cord isn't long. It's a double extension cord because I got to run it from the bar area upstairs to get. I run two long ones down here to get this bar. But the one time we were down here, I can remember the first time I was down here, that bed was laying down. It wasn't made up as a bed, but it was laying flat out so that someone could lie on it. So it's been put up since the last time I was down here. And that may be corrugated asbestos, although this stuff looks newer. And if it's in good shape, I guess it may be better just to seal it, wrap it with something. And here's a storage area. Now there's some more shelves inside there. And a chair. So that looks like that would be a possibly a bedroom area, more secure area to sleep in. It would be sealed up. And then there's the stairway going up. So there's plenty of storage down here, plenty of room in this grill for extra storage. It's in pretty good shape. I'm standing in the upper bar steps on top of the carpeting, looking down. That's lanes 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, and 9. And there's a door. There's an old office door, and then also the other door going to the stairway that we came up before and looked at. But this will give you an idea about the condition. This is the approach area. That's what the lights call the approach lights, and then the lane lights. And then of course here is this is the back lobby area, spectator area with the ball slots, and then there's the step up into the men's room, and there's a closet in here, and bulletin boards, and it's got a bunch of balls and stuff in here. This closet here is storage room. With some racks, light racks up above, shoes and balls and all kinds of stuff that's been vandalized. And of course I guess there's more stuff than the kids know what to do with, or else it'd be all gone. And the sink has been vandalized here. This is the men's room. That is about ready to you can see this was okay the first time I came in here and looked, and it's been vandalized since then. So most of the metal has been taken off. See me taking the picture here. We're just about down the end of the battery. I'm going to try to get the upper part of this done quick. You can see this, the ceiling tiles falling down, and of course the ball return's taken out. And step up into the bar area, because we already got the ballroom. The women's room is right over here. So the window's facing North Avenue, and then this is this bar area, which of course would be a good place to clean out. And it could be a lounge or card playing area with a step up into the ballroom, meeting room, banquet hall. You know, of course, if nothing else, could be ping pong, pool, whatever. But it'd be much better to have this as a dance area for the kids, because they need it. There's